At the end of the last video, I mentioned that there was one other issue that we needed to resolve before we could move forward with our app publishing project. Let me show you what that issue is. On the Android virtual device that we're using, if we want to look at the list of apps that are currently loaded on the device, we click this button down here. We only have one app loaded on this device, and this shows us that the icon and the name associated with our app is this yellow start button and the name wrapper. This is not what we want our users to see when they're looking through their list of apps on their device, either their smartphone or their tablet. We want our icon and our name to show up here. So let's start by changing the name. Go back to your ADT environment, open your project, expand your project, open the resources folder, which is abbreviated as RES, and open the values folder to reveal this file called strings.xml. Double click it to edit it, and notice what the purpose of this file is: to contain the app name. So select that, and you see that the attribute for app name is wrapper. This is the name that we saw associated with our app on the test device. So just change this to the name that you have come up with for your app. You can put a space in this name, but you cannot put apostrophes or any other kind of punctuation. Click the X to close this editing window and click Yes to save. The other issue was the icon that was being used to represent our app. Open the drawable folder here. Notice that the name of the file that is used as our icon is icon.png. We can't change this here. We have to change it in the file system. So we'll go back to our project folder, go into the resources directory, again abbreviated RES, and open the drawable folder. And notice here is the icon that we saw. We don't want this, so we're going to delete it. We have an icon that's already been created that we can use in its place. Go back to your project folder, open up the assets directory, and scroll down a little bit and find the icon.png file that's already been created for this purpose. Right click and select copy. Go back up one to the Rainbow project folder, open up the resources directory, open up the drawable folder, right click and paste our icon. So now our icon will show up in the list of apps that are listed for the device. Let's go back to the ADT window, and what we need to do here now for our changes to take effect is refresh the project. So we right click on the project name and select refresh. Just to be safe, let's also refresh the icon.png file. And one other thing that we need to do is select project from the main menu and select clean. We'll go ahead and clean all projects since there's only one. Running clean on your project also looks for errors or problems that might have been introduced by any changes that you just made. We don't see any errors, so we're good to go to run another test on our app. So come up here and select Run, Run. Open your AVD window and wait while your app launches again. It has to copy all the files over and then run. So our app is launched again, and here we see that everything still seems to be as it should be. Let's go and look at our list of apps to see if we have the right icon and the right app name. And we do. Now we have the name that we want and the icon that we want our users to see when they're scrolling through the list of apps on their device. So now everything is in place for us to export the Android package file or APK file that is used when you publish an app on the Amazon App Store.